Peace. What's going on, y'all?
Hey everybody.
What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's going on? What's going on? Just News.
Hold on, let me go up because they were in here typing. Sandy,
Sandy.
Tim's and Henny,
Shout outs.
Cher, Marshall, Alexis,
Shout out
Just
to you.
News, Pineal. He said stop knowledge time. Stop hammer time.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, how was y'all? How was y'all first day back to work and all that? Was it? Back on the plantation. Was it good? You know.
How is everybody?
That y'all been in here. Y'all been in here writing heavy.
Yeah, Tim's and Henny. He coming with all the facts.
You know, he checked out Papoose Law Library. Chilling.
He said part 1 through 8. Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy stuff, man. It's heavy stuff. Just trying to wait for everybody to come in here. Then we gonna talk about the justice system, self-employment. So everything I work.
Every day is a work day. Yeah. 7 days a week, 24/7. We feel you. Just News, definitely.
Self-employment, exactly.
The grind don't stop.
Don't never stop. And shout out to everybody though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody up in here come support. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Papoose dropped the new music. Yeah, I saw it. You know what I'm saying? He still Pat still promoting that negative energy. You know. Dude supposed to be a family man, new baby. He's supposed to be, he's supposed to be putting out positive music now. He ain't supposed to be putting that out. You know what I mean? He like 40 years old, I think now. He's too old for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey Christopher, no, you're not late. We're just getting started, family. We're just coming in.
Yeah.
All is as well as it can be. That's good, Pineal. Glad to hear that.
Who's that?
Machiavelli. Hey, Machiavelli. Nice to see you back. We appreciate you coming back. We missed you here.
Peace to everybody. You know what I mean?
Do you think that he's gonna make a law library part 9?
Probably not. He ain't make one in a while. You know what I'm saying? He don't be. He kind of like I don't think he hungry for hip hop no more. So that's why he doesn't put out projects like he used to. So times change, man. People change. So he probably don't even care about rap no more like that. I'm glad to be back.
Been a crazy week.
Yeah.
We understand.
Yeah.
We always here, always happy to see everybody though. We're thankful.
All right, so 11 people in here.
All right, so let me go ahead. Tim's and Henny came through with something. He came through with a couple of things, and we're going to touch base on everything that Tim's and Henny said. But one thing that we actually started to look for that we just ended up not looking for because we were looking for a couple of other things at the same time are the statistics. So Tim's and Henny put some statistics in there. We could just start off with that and then flow with everything else.
No, but hold on. Before we get into that, y'all have to understand this one important thing though. If y'all have studied the history of this country, you understand is this: we are no longer in common law. Common law was a law of the land. It was basically the laws of God. You know what I'm saying? Fairly righteous. Everything was basically based upon the Creator and the laws of the land, and it was fair law. But since the Great Depression and the crash in 1929, when they brought in the Fed and the Social Security and things of that nature, this country, or the government, I would say, put the citizens up for collateral to pay the debt that they owe the international bankers. So we no longer under common law, we under commercial law. So you got to take that into consideration. The courts is about money. It's about commerce. And the police departments, the sheriffs, the FBI, the CIA, they all work for the commercial law to keep us in debt and to constantly keep paying us. I mean, for us to keep paying money constantly in the court. Because if you go to court right now for a traffic ticket and you haven't been paying your traffic ticket, but if you got the money, they'll let you pay the ticket and then let you walk out. Everything is about paying these people money constantly over and over. So you gotta understand what law we in now. It's commercial, no longer common law. So go ahead with
a perfect example that I seen that with my own eyes is, I don't know anybody that, if you guys are familiar with the way that that Philly works with like the way that they tow cars and all that. It's just really crazy. I thought New York was bad with giving out traffic tickets and stuff like that, but I never seen anything like Philly. Right. So one time we had to go to Philly traffic court, and they had several rooms filled with people. But in our room that we were in, they started off the court. Everybody had court at the same time, and they just said, anybody who's willing to pay, stand up right now. And no points, no nothing, just pay the money. So then people that were willing to pay, they weren't going to fight. They were just like, yeah, let me just get out of here. Cleared out the courtroom. Everybody stood up, never fought for their case, did anything. They just said no points and I'll pay money. That's cool with me. So then they all stood up and they went and they agreed to pay. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Like, that just showed me right then and there. It's not about points. It's not about justice and making sure that people follow the law and stuff. It's all about money.
It's all about money. It's all about, and Carl, he says the system is designed to create crime instead of prevent it. I mean, yeah, in a sense it is, and but you got to understand something that under the commercial law it was designed for them to keep making money off of the citizens in this country. That's what it's for. It's not for fair, for justice. It's for injustice. You know, so you're not going to get justice with this system because we are under what you call maritime, the law of the sea, and it's not based upon like the whole thing is this. It's a rigged system. They change words, put new words in, flip other words, and then they have deceived the masses of the people by thinking that these laws come from the government, but it really comes from the law of the sea. Right. You know, so you gotta really look at what they have now. Like it's real tricky to talk about it, but it's that's what we in right now. So
it all comes with basically from a debt that had to be paid, and we were collateral. That's where birth certificates, social security cards, all that came in. We are living collateral,
and we've been paid off the debt. I mean, damn near. I mean, years ago. But you know, greedy pirates, they not trying to let that go. Like, they got the grabs on the masses of the people. They not trying to let us go, and have us totally be free, you know, from this commercial law. So, you know, but read. I
got that because it's all the way up at the top. So I'll wait until it comes to par, and I'll be able to grab it because I got it.
So now we're gonna get into. Put the picture up with the lady. We're gonna get into the statue of the woman that we see in the court, because this is some good information that every time you go to a courthouse, especially like the big Supreme Courts and those big Roman looking buildings that you be seeing downtown and like damn near every major city, they have this statue. But a lot of times people don't even know where this statue came from, how did it even come about. So we're about to tell you right now.
All right. All right. So I'm about to read this thing that we were looking at earlier. Okay. So it says let's start from the top to the bottom, but first let's address why Lady Justice is a lady in the first place.
Right.
She's a lady because she's a Roman goddess who was the equivalent of the Greek goddess, actually Titanius,
Yeah.
Titanius, Themis. I could be wrong.
Thymus.
It's Themis.
Right.
The personification of divine order, law, natural law, and custom. Wikipedia states, now that that's out of our way, let's talk about her articles. Okay, so this is from Wikipedia. It says first, the blindfold. This symbolizes that justice is blind. In other words, justice is supposed to be objective, without bias, never favoring the strong nor the weak, the rich nor the poor, the righteous nor the wicked.
So stop there. So that's what the blindfold is for. That's what they say. But we all know that this system is not fair. You know, they prey upon the poor, they prey upon the weak, and they prey upon the righteous on a daily basis in the inner cities and things of that nature. So that's false. Go ahead.
Right, they don't follow that.
Exactly.
So basically, she's blindfolded for what?
Exactly.
The fact that the lady cannot see who she is judging means that she does not judge based on appearances or merely on what her senses tell her. She judges with reason and rationally, as they are the only things that are truly reliable. The senses can be fooled and appearances can be crafted, but the mind, independent of the senses, cannot be tampered with.
Now, that's nonsense.
Right, exactly.
That's nonsense. Go ahead.
They pick and choose.
Right.
Interestingly, the idea that justice is blind only came about in the 15th century or so. Early Roman showed, what's her name? Iustitia. That's her name. With scales and swords, but with her eyes uncovered. Okay.
So that's what her eyes was.
Right, her eyes were uncovered. That's crazy. Next, the balance, commonly called the scales of justice. These symbolize that justice fairly takes into account both sides of the story, from the accuser and the accused, or from two parties that making opposing claims. This also symbolizes objectively as the verdict that justice hands out is the result of the weight of the evidence presented for or against a claim. That's not the case.
Now, y'all know that's some nonsense. Y'all know that's some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So we all know that the DA, the lawyers, the legal aides, they all working sometimes with each other in certain cases for the benefit of their careers. They willing to make deals with murderers, like men like Sammy the Bull, that he made a deal to basically convict John Gotti. He snitched on John Gotti, but he told the feds that he killed like over 30 people. So they know willingly none of these things that this statue or the Lady of Justice represent. This system doesn't represent that at all. It's an injustice system.
I'm right there, right where I'm supposed to be.
Okay. So go ahead.
The scales, according to Wikipedia, date back to the Egyptian goddess Maat, Maat, who was also a goddess of justice. Third, the sword. We all know that the sword has traditionally been a symbol of power, but there are a couple of special things about Lady Justice's sword.
Mm.
The first is that it symbolizes the power of reason instead of any real physical power. This power manifests in the real world as law, and subsequently, the people who enforce the law. It emphasizes that for justice to be carried out and the law enforced, there must be a power behind the laws.
Mm.
We, the people, give the laws power because we have agreed as a society that the content of the law is what we desire to be carried out.
Mm.
From there, the soft power is translated into real power in the form of law enforcers.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Mm. So we agree to this power, but it's injustice. It's injustice. So that's the lady that
So everything that she's supposed to represent, she doesn't represent. She doesn't do
at all.
at all.
So what y'all think about the lady, the statue, knowing how the system works, knowing the injustice that goes on with how they treat people that's poor, that's righteous, that's weak, that's
Of certain colors,
of certain colors.
from certain places, look a certain way.
What y'all think about that?
They might be typing.
It says Carl says some of these laws are stupid. It's fraudulent. I'm going to the store. I will come back at 6 p.m. Peace. All right, Sandy. Right, the rich get rich and the poor gets ignorant. Exactly.
No. Yeah. It's okay, humble. Tim's and Henny, take your time. Carl said some laws are stupid. Fun fact, if you commit suicide in Houses of Parliament in London, then that is illegal.
Mm. So
You dead if you commit suicide. How that's crazy.
So it's no coincidence why now, they have prisons is big business. I mean, they building prison complexes every day, and like actually the prison system is on Wall Street. They have stocks in that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They have stocks, stocks in building these prisons, and we are the customers. So once you go out there and commit a felony, you are now under the commercial law to be subjected as a slave, to work for them, to stamp license plates, whatever labor they want you to work, you're going to work it. So they didn't, like, slavery didn't go nowhere. They just got crafty with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Just News says initially maybe the ideals of the statue was what they envisioned. With everything else, it grows more corrupt as time passes.
But again, when you're dealing with idolatry, that statue is idolatry. It's after other gods.
Oh, from the jump, yeah.
So off the jump, it's fraudulent from the get go. I'm not into idolatry. You feel what I'm saying? People worship statues and images, and they bow down to these things. I'm not into that. So
do you think that was like kind of like just to basically make
satanic.
it look good? Yeah.
It's satanic. They're always trying to make something look
or
bad.
Make you think that you're getting just
but it ain't no.
and it's fair.
Nah, but it ain't no justice. That's
right.
not. That's far from the case. Look at the system itself. Who's now? We just gonna base it on like right now, let's say color.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of men and women that's of color, black and brown. Now, some of them are guilty of crime that they committed. I'm not sitting here saying that. I'm not sitting here saying they not. A lot of them are guilty and belong behind bars because of the vicious acts that they have committed against people. But some of them shouldn't be doing that much time for things like when they passed the Rockefeller laws with the drug laws and giving guys 40, 50 years for having a certain amount of cocaine and crack cocaine and things of that nature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Putting these guys that never commit a violent crime in prison with violent people. You know what I'm saying? Things
Right.
like that. The whole probation and parole. You know, like dudes come home and they giving cats 5, 10 years of parole or probation. You know, and then giving them giving them so much of a hard road, telling them that they gotta find a job. You know how hard it is to find a job when you're a felon. Do you know how hard it is to where you gotta like go back to your neighborhood, and you know everybody in your neighborhood 9 times out of 10 is criminals, and they say, "Well, I don't want you around criminals."
Mhm.
So it's designed for you to fail. It's not for you. It's not for you to succeed or to really like 9 times out of 10 like they're gonna wind up um, committing another crime.
Right.
You know. So it's
That actually goes. I'm gonna read this.
right.
And then,
These Panel. Yeah, these guards will be the fallen angels. Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
But something that Timson Henny pointed out, he said, "What I notice is the fact that her left foot stands upon the symbol of corruption, in the form of the snake.
Mm.
But the justice is corrupted. How does that make sense? Because it don't make sense, right?
Right.
But we're getting ready. As a matter of fact, we just posted a video on our Patreon, basically talking about what you were just saying. How they go back, they get out, they go back, they get out, they go back. That actually starts in like elementary school. They have certain things set up within the school system, so they pin this stuff on you, and it's just something that you hardly don't see a lot of people getting out of.
Right.
They have to be extremely strong
Mentally. Right.
to escape from it.
Right. It's cycles that have to be broken, but we fall into the trap of, a lot of time. Well, people, my environment is this and that, but I mean, a lot of people live in those environments, but choose not to, go that route. And they go to school, they do what they got to do, and they take what they can get. Just News says there are double standards. The laws don't apply to them once their children are the ones affected. Right, yes. Like y'all remember the what's her name, Paris Hilton, when she was she committed a crime, and then she got sick in the county jail, and then they brought her out the county jail to take her to a hospital, but they already had a hospital ward inside the county jail, and like it was an outrage. People were saying that they was giving her special privileges. That's what happened when you have money and connections. You can damn near get out of anything. So
Right.
again, that statute does not represent what they think, because if you can make deals and have money, you can get bailed out. You can pay off judges, pay off DAs. You can do a lot of things when you got money.
Exactly. Hey, DeMonte.
What's up, DeMonte? So it's no justice in this system for us at all.
Well, that links to the other thing that I found. I'm about to read it in a second. It goes with Carl says law is just an excuse to control people's right to freedom.
Right.
They're only helping themselves.
Right.
They don't care about felons at all.
Right.
That's the truth. And it's even
That's
in
right on.
it's even in the it's even what's sad about it is it's even in the law. Check out this last thing that I want to read, and then I want you guys to type your thoughts, and I know that you got other stuff too. But one thing that plays a major role in all of this is the 13th Amendment, slavery loophole, Jim Crow prisons. So this is an article that was on history.com. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this, I should have did this with the last thing that I just read, but that was on Wikipedia.
No, like, just read it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know, but just to back up, like, what I'm saying, you know. All right, so this says the year the Civil War ended, the U.S. amended the Constitution to prohibit slavery and voluntary servitude, but it purposely left in one big loophole for people convicted of crimes. The 13th Amendment, ratified in 1865, says neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except as a punishment for crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States, or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Scholars, activists, and prisoners have linked that exception clause to the rise of prison systems that incarcerates black people at more than 5 times the rate of white people and profits off their unpaid or underpaid labor. So they're making big bucks off of prisoners and people doing crime. And it's all underneath the 13th Amendment that's allowed for them to benefit even more than just money from paying fines and things like that. It says what we see after the passage of the 13th Amendment is a couple of different things. First, the 13th Amendment text allows for involuntary servitude where convicted of a crime. At the time, black codes in the South created new types of offenses, especially attitude offenses.
Oh my God. That's
Not
crazy.
showing proper respect in those types of things. Wow.
That's crazy.
Like chattel slavery before it, convict leasing was brutal and inhumane. Across the country, tens of thousands of people were overwhelmingly black, were leased by the state to plantation owners, privately owned railroad yards, coal mines, and road building chain gangs, and made to work under the whip from dusk till dawn, often as a punishment for petty crimes such as theft. This was reported by the Washington Post. It says states also benefit and profited off of a prison labor by forcing chain gangs to build roads and create prison farms to grow crops like sugar and snap peas. Today, states and private companies still rely on prisoners performing free or extremely low paid labor for them. Here it is right here. For example, California saves up to $100 million every year. According to the state correction spokesman Bill Sessa, by recruiting incarcerated people as voluntary firefighters.
So why y'all think that they giving these dudes long stretches? Because if I could lock you up for 30, 40 years, you're going to be working for me for 30, 40 years. It's big business. You have to understand what this system is. This system is corruptible to the core. Matter of fact, to the epitome. You dig? So it ain't no justice out here. You know what I'm saying? And to lock somebody up for to have a little bit of cocaine to give you 30, 40 years, that's insane, man. That's insane. That's straight corruptible. So when people get mad at the system, but here's the flip side of that. But then you got some people that's fighting against the Constitution, that's trying to basically like to tear away from the Constitution. So you know what I'm saying? So out here, man. He probably leaves the damn prison probably about with probably $100 after he spent all that time. He leave with $100, if that.
Right.
Because remember, they take taxes out of everything.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? It's horrible, man.
Timms and Henny said the justice system against U.S. criminals is just a revolving door. And that's why I'm trying to leave my town, because they're always messing with me. I just got stopped the other day for jaywalking.
No.
I can definitely understand what you're saying, Timms and Henny. One thing that we have learned from living in New York City, and even out here where we live, if you drive out here late, we don't live in an area that's filled with black people. So if you're driving while black out here late, there's cops everywhere. DeMonte was actually talking about this in one of our other streams. We literally got stopped by 2 different police 2 times within 5 minutes.
True story.
For nothing wrong.
True story.
John Alia's vlog channel. So what always ends up happening is that they stop us. All of our paperwork is always correct. Being that all of our paperwork is always correct, we always get let go. They never give us no ticket. They just want a reason to pull you over.
And to run.
The best advice that I could give to you, Timms and Henny, is don't give them that reason. Unfortunately, a lot of times they don't even need a reason like jaywalking, but don't even give them that. You could look like a jackass and walk your butt all the way up to the corner and cross the street just so that way that's one little less chance that they have to be able to come at you. Exactly. You can't give them no space.
Exactly. Because it's not about
it's crazy.
It's not about
that's sad. Jaywalking.
Like right now it's not about trying like we understand that there's a lot of injustice that's going on in here, but sometimes you have to be intelligent. You know what I mean? Like, use your intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them any opportunity to because basically they want to pull you over or stop you for jaywalking, to see your ID, to basically run you in, to see if you got any warrants or any tickets out there, whatever. Like, that's what they want to do.
Especially if you're known, they can use something like jaywalking as a probable cause to search you. But what happens is a lot of times people they're stupid. Knowing this information, you have to be clean at all times.
Exactly.
How many times the cops are completely wrong for pulling people over? The driver rolls down the window to talk to the cops, and a bunch of weed smoke comes flying out the car. You know, off top, now they're going to take it even a step further.
Exactly. So why would you even, if you like smoking, wait till you get in the house.
You can't give them that space. You
don't be driving,
because they looking for any way to get in.
And to tell you the truth, a lot of people put a lot of that stuff on themselves because they be doing stupid stuff. Wait till you get in the house to smoke your weed. Wait till you get in the house to drink your beer or your alcohol, whatever you want to do. I'm not promoting that, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna do it, wait till you get home to do that. Because you know, once the police smell marijuana in the car, and remember, it's their word against yours all the time. That's the way the court system works. The judge is going to go with the police officer because that's how the system works.
And then they're going to look at your criminal history and you're automatically guilty. But Lady Liberty here says that she's going to be blind.
Right.
And I don't believe it.
No, it's not blind. That statue should be kicked out out of every court freaking house, whatever it is, and freaking burn because it don't represent nothing.
Right.
It's horrible. So sometimes we put a lot of these horrible situations upon ourselves because we don't sometimes have the discipline. If you want to turn up and be lit, wait till you get in the privacy of your own home to do that. Don't drive.
Or if you're driving a car, make sure all your paperwork is 100%.
Y'all watch that show?
That's first and foremost.
What's that show we watched?
Live PD.
Yeah, Live PD, man. Please, man. People on there be doing the most stupid. I would never drive and be smoking no weed. I'm not if I was smoking marijuana, the dude gonna have to drop that off at my house. I'm not driving in no car at no nighttime, picking up no marijuana and then having it in my car, and then the police is gonna wind up, pulling you over for something. Especially if you in a drug infested neighborhood coming from there or something like that, they pulling anybody over.
Exactly. Just News says if you have work on you, you have to be an outstanding law-abiding citizen until you get home. That's the truth.
Exactly.
It kills me to see the amount of people that got all sorts of drugs in their car and they get pulled over for the stupidest thing. Maybe the cop is, being stupid or whatever, but then it don't help when you roll down the window and you smell like weed.
Exactly.
Or you're driving drunk with all these drugs in your car. What is wrong with you? That's automatic.
Right. Exactly.
Off rip, as soon as you pull down your window, it's a wrap.
No.
It's crazy.
So it's.
I hate the police, and I'm white. I've seen it.
But I don't hate them. Because not all police.
No.
But put out there. But you got to put some police officers. Is whack, but some police officers is cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't throw that out there.
Yeah,
and say,
that is true. That is true.
You can't throw that out there and say, you know what I'm saying?
But most of the time, they just do something to me. I just really don't have a lot of tolerance.
But that's the way. But that's the system though. Like this system. Listen, the courts that we go to every day for tickets, for criminal cases. It is really called the bankruptcy courts. Bankruptcy. It's they find ways to do law, code, regulations to take money from you. I mean, like, let's think about the most stupidest thing. Like, I'm speeding and you're gonna give me a ticket for that.
Right.
So the best thing to do if somebody is caught speeding is to take their license away from them. Because you're not being responsible.
They don't. They
want your money.
Right.
So
you
again,
go to Philly, they say if you want to get out of this courtroom right now, pay us X amount of dollars, and you go free with nothing on your license.
Yeah, like you can't even park. You can't even park. And like downtown in the cities, you can't even park. They'll tow your car.
The whole entire
you feel what I'm saying?
thing that's crazy with that though is it's a private company. They drive around towing people's cars like you would think that they were the city. It's not. It's a private company.
Yeah, Philadelphia is a private. It's a private company.
So crazy.
So they making a lot of money in Philadelphia. Like they actually had a show about it on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Carl said, I get questioned by the police a lot as I've got a skinhead. I look like I'm causing trouble when there's thieves in their 70s getting away with all kinds of stuff, bro.
Tim's Henny, but you said, why would a white man not get in much trouble as a... I mean, but that's not true because I seen out here where we live, I'm not going to, throw where we live at, but out here, this is the suburb where I live at, they the courthouse be packed, full of white men and women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes they do because it's not that much crime out here, so they have to get you do traffic violations. You know what I'm saying? So it be packed in there, full of white women and men. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, I hate when they shoot unarmed kids in the back for taking a bag of chips. Yeah, it's wrong, but killing him is...
It's exaggeration, exactly.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, we understand what they say. White-collar criminals only gets fined that, at least then, Montre,
yeah.
They stole, yeah.
Yeah, the crime doesn't pay, exactly. Pineal said people have to go on a huge mental detox before they can even stand a chance at standing up to these guys. And time is running out, right? Right.
Yeah, like we live in a commercial society, man. It's about money, man. It's about commerce. It's about power. It's about control, and it's about uh, taking money out of your pockets constantly. You know what I'm saying? Like they figure out ways to keep taking money from you to where uh you have nothing. I mean, if it was up to them, they'd freaking basically leave you with nothing.
Right.
To survive, if it was up to these freaking international bankers.
Right.
And they could care two. I mean, like they could care 2 cents about if you eat or not. They don't give a damn. You know
honestly, the only thing that we can really do, sadly, is like being in this system. You're not gonna be able to march and change it. There's all of that rallies and stuff like that. That don't change anything. You have to basically protect your family and do what you have to do to kind of steer clear and maneuver.
Right.
Basically, this life, we're just passing through.
Right.
Like, we're pilgrims here in somebody else's land. Because this definitely is not our land.
Yeah, like people,
and that not even goes off of no race, no nothing. Just unless you are the higher people up at the top, this is not your land. Unless you have tons of money, tons of power, and rock with certain families, it's not your land. So you're just passing through. You're a pilgrim.
It's not. And if you think that they're going to be give you justice, then you're out of your mind. I mean, like that justice is not going to happen. It doesn't exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people need to stop. To me, like I said before in previous lives, I said before, if you really want change, the only change come with a price though. You know what I'm saying? Revolution. That's the only change that's powerful enough to destroy these people.
And you're not going to get everybody to participate.
And everybody's not going to participate in that because they love this life. They're comfortable. What they do. They really don't want to be free. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man.
Yeah. Pineal said the only way to beat them is to not need them. Otherwise, just ride this ish till the wheels fall off, right? DeMonte said, good point, Mama. Marches, boycotts only got us so far back in the day. How far could it possibly get us in 2019? Yeah. Everything is messed up today.
Mm-hmm.
Carl said Facebook has taken over the human race. We're being controlled by social media manipulation. Mm-hmm. If you allow it, you gotta definitely do the opposite of what social media. Honestly, this whole entire world, the way that we basically live, us three here, is doing our best to do the opposite of what these commercials are telling us, what this world is telling us, what social media is telling us. They're telling you to go one way. You have to turn around and go the other way. That's the only way to go. Because following everybody else is going to lead you to destruction.
So now to the brothers and sisters that may not know your rights. Anybody ever heard of Miranda rights? So, I mean, if you don't know about them, some of y'all may not know, some of y'all may do know. But Miranda rights, and this is what a lot of brothers and sisters get caught up, especially if you're out there doing crime or anything illegal. The number one thing is, it says, you have the right to remain silent. So you have the right to remain silent. Do not talk to the police, period. Do not incriminate yourself, because they say that they sitting here, an officer would say to you, I'm here to help you. Yeah, he's here to write a report and build a case against you. So you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. That is what it is. So I be seeing these dudes on TV talking to the police. I'm not talking to you. I'm not making your job easier for you to make a case against me to where I got to do hard time.
Right, but they said on that show, Alive PD, they was talking about it one day, that the only time that they're obligated to read you your Miranda rights is when they're getting ready to question you.
Right.
About your case, and you can, like, what's that? Like when you criminally induce yourself, basically, like answering their questions is like, going to go against your criminal case. That's if they're not about to question you and about something that's going to incriminate you. No, but then they don't have to read you your rights. So if you get your right read, that's more of a reason to shut the hell up. Right. And a lot of people don't.
Right. It's on like
if you get your rights read to you, you better be scared.
It says you have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. So
I'm not even scared. Be smart.
You know what I'm saying? Do not. I don't care if you get pulled over with some you know what I'm saying, like a little roach in your car. This man, listen. Don't say nothing. Let him do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? You have to know who you is. I mean, like do your ID and all that. But do not give him no more information. If a cop asks you where you coming from, that's none of your business. If a cop asks you where you going, that's none of your business. The only thing that you have to, the only thing the cop has any right to ask you is, or you have a right to ask the cop is, why are you pulling me over for? What is the reason for you to be pull me over? That's it. Besides that, I wouldn't volunteer. I wouldn't volunteer to tell him anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Smart people don't talk to the police. They just don't. You know, so you have the right to remain silent.
A lot of people, when they're pulled over and the police start talking to them, they start talking like the cop is going to feel sorry for them. Exactly. And get them out of it. They just start spilling all the beans.
And then they be like, they start getting all scared and be like the cop be like, you acting nervous. Yeah, because you a cop. and cops be killing niggas out here. So you damn right I'm over here and I'm nervous. You feel it's nighttime, it's dark. I'm in the car by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going to happen to me. So yeah, I'm nervous because of that situation. So of course. But do not volunteer. If you got drugs in your car, do not tell him that you got drugs in your car. Don't tell him where you're going, and don't tell him where you coming from. That's none of his business. The reason why he pulling you over is because of you ran a stop sign, you didn't put your signal on, you was swerving, whatever the reason, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But do not just be out here telling police, your business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Solid, thank you. Welcome to the family. Thanks for coming through.
You know what I'm saying? So another thing, right? It says, do cops have to read your rights? It says, well, the exact language above is not required by Miranda. The police must advise the suspect that they have the right to remain silent. So they have to tell you that. Anything the suspect does, says, can, and may be used against them in the court of law. They have the right to have an attorney present before and during the questioning. So you have the right to have an attorney. I'm not answering no questions until I get an attorney. Period. I'm not running my mouth. Mm-hmm. So these is simple things that most people don't even know. Real simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to you, though.
Right, you explaining yourself to an officer is not going to help you.
I'm not talking to you. Where you coming from? That's none of your business, officer. Where you going? That's none of your business, officer.
Right, and sometimes people got to learn how to just chill and fall back, especially when we're in the right. If you're in the right, do everything to stay in the right. A lot of times we start off in the right, but yet we make a certain move that turns and makes us the bad guy. You can never do that. If you in the right, be as humble pie.
Or
and stay in the right.
Yeah, like or you get an attitude and start, you know what I mean, start mouthing off with the cop. Come on.
Right. Sometimes a cop, you might not actually do something, and the cop stops you, whatever. But then all of a sudden you start running off the mouth or whatever, and now the cop got a situation with you.
Yeah, man.
And so
it's
like, if you know that you didn't do nothing, just do what he tells you to do. And sometimes we have to know when to chill.
It's not
and
about
fall back.
Because it's not about being no punk. And like I said, we understand that it's injustice. The cops be beating people up, shooting people. You know, I mean, doing all type of crazy stuff to us. But at the end of the day, I ain't trying to give you a reason. Now it's one thing if they, you know, because they be beating people up all the time. But what do we do when we see cops beating up citizens? We pull out our phones. We don't jump in and stop the police from beating a guy head in or shooting somebody. No, we pull out our phones.
Right.
And by pulling out your phone, is that doing anything? No. They still killing niggas. They still beating dudes up. That's not doing nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If the cops knew, if police officers knew, if I go out here and beat up a citizen or shoot a citizen, and then I'm gonna have to wind up getting attacked by other citizens, they probably would think twice before doing it. But we do nothing. We just sit back with our phone. Stop doing that. Yo, you hurting them. But jump in.
Right.
It be more people than police be.
Right.
You know? So it's they can't shoot every goddamn body. Like, how they gonna explain that?
Right.
By shooting about 15, 20 people.
Yeah. He said mouthing off ain't never good. That's the truth. They like to flex their power.
Right.
That's all it is. It's a power situation. And they know they got it.
Exactly, man.
So that's why I say to be humble and, you know, to just stay in your lane, especially if you're innocent. Because that's all they want to do is just show their power, right? They're cowards with power, exactly.
Yo, who was it? Did y'all see the girl in school that was getting punched and dragged by her hair, and her father stood there and did nothing? See, I done went to jail that day. You know what I'm saying? I done went to jail that day. Ain't no way, there's no way in hell you're going to be beating my daughter like that, and I'm just going to stand there. I'm going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Probably for a long time, but that cop gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, no.
Right.
Like you ain't hitting on my wife and my daughter or my grandchildren in that way. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
That's crazy. Machiavelli said, "All right, guys, another good talk, but I gotta call it a night. Have a good one. Peace and love."
Right, peace.
Thank you so much for coming through, Machiavelli. We appreciate you.
Yeah, Demonte. Yeah.
Thank you.
In school, these two cops was beating on this girl, man, and her father was in the school, and he saw them beating on her, and he did nothing.
Pineal seen it. Demonte said, "Are you serious?" Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, nah, like you talking about Leah? Ain't no, man. There ain't no way. I'm getting busy. Like, he gonna have to kill me up in there. I'm getting busy.
Tim said, "I have had to wear a knee brace because the cops beat me so bad my knee was swollen for a week." No. Wow. What are you looking for?
So yeah, man. You know. So says, yeah, I'd rather have to go to jail or die. Yeah, exactly. I have to too. So all right, Joey.
Hey Joey, I'm sorry I didn't get to greet you when you came into the stream. I apologize. He was talking. I didn't want to interrupt and ruin his flow of thought. Yeah. Much love to you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Joey. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming to the family talk.
Oh, she was pregnant? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's sad, man. That's sad. Yeah, but we do nothing. You know what I'm saying? as a community, we do nothing. We sit back and let. That's why the Black Panthers, back in the 70s, man. No, they wasn't having it, man. They wasn't. That's why the FBI had to come and infiltrate the Panthers, because they would stand up to the police, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I mean, sicking dogs on, you know what I mean, on men, women, and children. You know what I mean? Killing dudes, man. Yeah, like they was bugging, man.
I know. Knowledge. That's so funny. I was looking in the comments the other day. I just started laughing. He said, knowledge, you ain't lying. That's what's up. We need people who aren't afraid to stand up regardless of the consequences. They will do worse if no one takes a leap of faith to stop them when it is. Yeah, that's true. Definitely. It's absolutely necessary.
Who
Carl said, I think the world is going backwards instead of forwards.
They would have to kill me. Cannot put hands on. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Is at least, I mean, if they kill me, at least my daughter know that her pops, you know me, he laid it down for her. I tell you that. It ain't gonna be none of that. And like that could spark, that Nat Turner type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like yo, Nat Turner, man. Listen,
no, Panio, I feel you. He said, I'm sorry, I'm political. Revolution is in my blood. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. But when I said, like, sometimes, like, you'll hear me, a lot of times people, when you really talk about a revolution, people act like they down and they want to type and talk and everything else. But when it comes down to it, they not really down.
But what Malcolm X said in his speech, he said y'all don't really want a revolution, man. Revolution is bloody, man. You know what I'm saying? It's you may have to die. You know what I'm saying, for your children to be free. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to have to lay your life down for your loved ones? Because not everybody gonna make it in the revolution. That's just the reality. A lot of us is gonna have to die.
Right, but that's all good if there's like a whole. Remember that lady that we was watching the other day? She just wanted like 5 people from each state or something to just email her so that way she could put something together. She got no emails, and from that video, they went to her son's school and they was threatening her son. So she's out here. She said, "No more. I'm not gonna risk my family to set something up and nobody's truly down."
Right.
But yet people come to my videos and talk like they're down.
Right.
But they're not.
She be making videos about the government and all that, and so they threatened her family. Her daughter was getting basically attacked by people like teachers in her school and all that, and she had to take her daughter out of school. Like it got that serious. You know what I'm saying? So, like you gotta it's like we, like right now, we're on the internet right now, we risking our life by speaking about certain things.
Right, but she was really trying to set up some stuff. It was crazy.
But I'm just saying,
right.
But when you're on the internet, you putting yourself out there. I mean, like we putting ourselves out there for an attacks.
That's the truth.
Because you talking about certain things that people don't want to. Don't want you to talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, a revolution, it starts within the mind first. Then it has to get physical, because the powers that be is losing power because you are no longer participating in their system anymore. So they have to get control of you again, and they're gonna do it by force. That's just the reality of it. So you have to train how to shoot guns, how to fight physically, and do things that you normally wouldn't be accustomed to doing. You have to give up this life. Meaning this system, you have to give it up for you to totally be free. I mean, when you really think about that, that's deep, man. Yeah. And a lot of people ain't willing to give up. People ain't willing to give up the fashion. They ain't willing to give up the Jordans.
A lot of people can't even control their own household. Their family ain't even on one accord.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so That's why a lot of people, like right now, you don't really see people really like sticking their necks out because the masses ain't really holding. They ain't holding niggas down no more. They ain't holding people down no more. That unity, that love, and that respect and that loyalty ain't there no more. So people ain't trying to. They not listen. If you ain't gonna kill for me the way I kill for you, then why should I put my life on the line? For
Right.
what? Oh, he was a good brother, man. You know.
That's all you're gonna get afterwards.
Like Aaliyah Pops, man. He was a good brother, man. You know, he always. But I'm dead and gone now, and like my family here without me.
Right.
Like, nah, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got to be leaders. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the head nigga in charge. I can't do it.
Right.
I can't. It have to be more than just me. It has to be hundreds of thousands or millions of us. Leaders. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, Carl said I'm going to bed now. Thanks for the talk. Long day tomorrow, 2 a.m. Have a good night, Carl. Thank you so much for joining the family.
Carl, shout out
Thank
to you, brother.
We appreciate you. Pineal said, they not. That is very risky thing. I'm ready like Avengers. Say whatever it takes, but doing it alone is asinine. That's the truth, Pineal. Yeah. That's exactly where I'm coming from, and that's how we feel about it. Yeah. Sadly, like, we'll put the information out there, but like our main thing is like taking care of yourself, tearing down your strongholds, changing you, changing your family. Get through that, and then see what's next. Sadly.
And then on top of that, say you do fight for justice, but then you trying to fight within a system that does not hold justice. like you just heard what I just said.
Yeah.
You trying to be justified and be right, and then you trying to go through a system that is not upholding justice.
Right.
So you're not going to get it. So that means that you have to take it.
Right.
Because you can't go into a courtroom and say, well, this cop did this to me, he did that to me. Come on, man. Dismiss the case.
Right,
get out of here.
Even on another like lower level, like a revolution is one thing, but you don't even have people that will be willing to boycott something anymore. Just a simple boycott. But people won't do it.
And I'm glad you said that. If the masses of the people will boycott stuff,
right?
That right there will be major changes. If just say everybody say, listen, we don't want the cable bill to be high no more. So we gonna basically cancel our cable bill. Do you know that they would have no choice but to lower the cable bill down because
you have to live without it for some time. But come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll get what you want in the long run because they're gonna be the ones losing out.
Right.
And that's how we as people keep control. But people can't even boycott nothing.
They don't want to, they don't.
So you think that they're gonna actually, like Just News said, if everyone isn't on board with a revolution, it's gonna be short lived. Exactly. So
you trying to get justice in an injustice system. That's funny when I say that, John.
Right.
It's crazy when you really think about that, John. You bugging the hell out, man. You trying to run up in the courthouse trying to get these cops and these people, locked up. Like, nigga, are you out of your mind, man?
Right.
Come on, man.
Pineal said, honestly, we can just walk from their system hitting them in their pockets is where it really hurts. Then we hit them with our own demands. Exactly. One person can do everything, but everybody can do something. One person can't do everything,
right?
But everybody can do something. Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you stop buying these brand names that be disrespecting, black and brown people, then they can't make no money. Like I heard somebody say that Gucci, like they only sell to rich people, but at the end of the day, if it wasn't for the rappers and athletes wearing that stuff, they would make money, but they wouldn't make money as they be making from us.
It's the poor people.
Black people, let me say something.
That keep these rich people rich because we stupid. The rich the rich people, they not spending their money on half the stuff that poor people spending their money on.
Let me say something. Black people are the number one consumers in this country.
Right.
We are the number one.
DeMonte said we would crash this country financially overnight.
Of course. Of
Just
course.
News says the Gucci outrage is all done. It's crazy.
Of course. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's up to us. Never had Jordan. I can't support a dude that funds prisons to have more blacks in prison. For boycotting people who don't have heart, no one, and breed mindset doesn't exist.
Right. Right.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Pineal said we keep using the rules they created. That's like playing a game with someone who just made that game. They can change the rules on you at any time.
Right. And they do. They do all the time. You know what I'm saying? They do all the time. Like, no, I was watching an interview on the Breakfast Club with these two Rikers Island CEOs in New York. They were sitting here, you know, basically saying that it's the inmates' fault that why the corrections officers be doing what they doing. But come on, man, like in the correctional in the system, the COs is crooked just like the damn inmates is crooked. They be doing a lot of stuff in them prisons, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I mean, I had friends come home and tell me about, you know what I'm saying, yo, don't go to Rikers, don't go upstate. Them COs, they kill you up there. They into the gambling, they into the prostitution, they into all that, man. When you up in the mountains, you know what I mean? Damn, man, 100, 200 miles away from home, man, that's a damn city within a city, man. And them prisons, man. Like, a lot of things be going on in them prisons, man. You know what I'm saying? So, that's crazy. He said if the Bible is right, then it's time to move mountains.
Said we would. So if they are right regarding that power of faith, well, then we slacken. You say that all the time. That's the same thing that he says. That's funny, Panya.
Yeah. He said, Justin said, so many people have faith in the system. Yeah, like, I don't, man. How you gonna have faith in the system that makes deals with people that commit crimes, man? That makes no sense to me, man. Like, that bugs me out. I don't understand that. A dude could tell you I killed 50 people, but they gonna make a deal with you to get another mob boss or kingpin. Like, if you lock him up, it ain't gonna be another damn kingpin after him. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. This stuff is, man, like this system is retarded. Wow, that's crazy. Some fat CO was trading honey buns with inmates for other snacks. Man, that's crazy.
Wow.
He's supposed to be in there. You know what I'm saying?
You know that they not. They just as corrupt as the damn system. The COs.
It's horrible. It's horrible in there, man. You know.
They make a bad situation even worse.
And then now, let's get to these. Public offenders. Lord have mercy. Oh my Lord. I mean, did y'all know half of these public offenders work with the DAs? They work with them. Not for you. They work with them. To basically have you cop out to something that you really shouldn't be copping out to. Because majority of them, they just looking for that quick money. They trying to form relationships. See, the justice system is about forming relationships and moving up the ladder. Like even with the DA, they always trying to get that big career case so some big firm can hire them. You know what I'm saying? So them public offenders, he said, don't get me started. I dealt with them a couple times too, man. They something else. Them public offenders, they want you to cop out so they can just move on to the next case. They're not working for your well-being.
They try to give him community service. He said, "Nah, I'm good on that. How much is the fine?"
Yeah, I'm not out here picking up no trash.
But you could just go do community service. They looked at him like he was crazy. Like, what? You want to pay instead of doing community service? He said, "Nah, I'm good. How much do I owe you?"
I'd rather pay a fine. I don't want to be subjected to them because if something happened in the process of me doing that community service, then what? Then they're gonna violate me, then lock me up. I'd rather just pay the fine and then be done with the situation.
And I ain't going to pick up nobody's garbage for free and all that other
Exactly.
stuff.
See,
like
again,
No.
see, again, we back to that labor again.
Exactly.
That's that labor, man. That free
Right.
labor. Get the freak out. I'm not even locked up, but you trying to get me to be on the highway picking up trash and all that. Man,
And that
get
just
the
goes
hell
to
out
show
of here.
you whatever crime they're trying to pin against you or fine they're trying to make you pay is petty and it's stupid. If you could get rid of it by going to pick up some damn garbage, come on now.
He said these public defenders be shook when they see me.
My own lawyers did me dirty, so I already know, right?
Yeah, they the worst. They
Yeah.
the worst. Yo, I had a warrant out for my arrest, right? And I had to go pay the fine. But what happened was they was gonna keep me. But and like right here, the truest story this is the truest story right here. They the cop that was in the precinct called the judge for me because I had the money to give them to pay the fine. So we sitting there waiting for the phone call from the judge, and I'm like, yo, I hope she.
Yeah, that was actually crazy. We actually didn't even know that you had a warrant. We like innocently went there to pay the fine. In the midst of being late on the fine, a warrant was issued.
Right.
And I want to say, I know for a fact it was nighttime, and I want to say that it was a Friday night. Yeah. Like you thought that you was just rolling up there real quick to pay the fine and roll out, and that was not the case. That was crazy.
So the cop did my fingerprints, took my picture and all that, and then we was waiting. Like you probably waited about an hour, probably about an hour and a half. And I was like, yo, like they gonna keep me. I know it. They gonna keep me. But she called back, and she said, well, do he have the money? And he was like, yeah. So he said, yeah, let him pay the fine. And then he's done. So they let me pay the fine, and I was about it.
Yeah.
So see, it's about that money. It's about that paper. You dig what I'm saying? So I was just happy to get up out of there at that particular time. I was like, yeah, this, like right here's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise I would have had to wait till Monday. Matter of fact, it was a Friday because he said that.
Right.
I would have had to wait the money to go to court. So I'd have been in the county for like the whole weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you was like right there too. You didn't have to get into another car to go to the county jail.
Right there.
It was right there.
We was right there in Colony, right there. Yeah. So, them public offenders, man, they're not free. They try to get you to cop out to anything and tell you, well, this is your best option. Because he really don't want to give you the attention that you deserve on your case because he just trying to make a quick dollar and they're trying to get you to, cop out to something so he can go about his business and then work on the next case.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, yeah, he says, when you got locked up, why didn't you ever see a CEO public defender in the streets?
Why not, Tim? Do you know why?
Why? Why you don't see him in the streets?
I know this is about to be crazy. Pineal, do you got kids, Pineal? Or a wife or family?
It's mad slow up here tonight.
No, he's probably typing.
I'm talking about the people. It's like 10
Oh, yeah.
Don't matter. Shout out to everybody that's up in here, man. Holding us down, man.
We appreciate everybody.
I don't care about having a big crowd of people. I don't worry about that.
No, I think you said that because we thought that more people would be in here, like being on this topic, because we've been going heavy like the last 2 weeks. He didn't say anything yet.
So yeah, man, it's
It's a crazy. I'm the definition of single. It's funny.
So now y'all know that statue was full of crap. He says, shout outs to y'all.
Marshall giving out shout outs. Good for you, Marshall. How was your day, Marshall? Tim's, tell us when you said when you get locked up, why you don't never see a CO or a public pretender in the streets. I don't. Why you don't see them? You know the answer, Tim's? I've been good, better than usual. That's good, Marshall. You wrote it. Oh.
Where is it? I didn't see it.
Uh,
Nah, we ain't see that, John. They must have.
yeah, it's gone, Tim's. It's not even in here.
So just to make sure Mondays and Fridays is the schedule, right? Yeah, Demonte.
Yeah, we've been sticking with this Monday and Friday. It's Monday. Well, Mondays and Fridays are busy for us for some reason. I don't know. But, yeah, we've been doing Mondays and Fridays. I commented a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me go back up.
I ain't see it, though, after you wrote that.
You said, pops and moms, peep this. When you get locked up, why don't you ever see a CEO or public pretender in the street?
Oh, he said, I think YouTube taking it down. They must be,
because
we ain't see it.
That's crazy. It didn't type.
Yeah.
Do you see it on your end?
He said they watching.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You see it on your end.
So yeah, they give me something called a high and low agreement. So basically, I don't get paid. They didn't get paid because they knew they was going to set me up.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But your lawyer walked away with money, right? Wow, I just got a warning from YouTube via email. What? That's crazy, Tim's.
Yeah.
A warning for what?
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's what the hell they doing? What the hell are they doing? Listen, Big Brother everywhere, man. That's what happens when you speak true. Yeah, Big Brother everywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Big Brother's everywhere.
Yo, but the whole entire deep thing about it is like the stuff that we speak on here really ain't even that deep. It's not like we going telling people to go kill everybody that walks in front of them.
Hold on, be careful with that.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's not even like we're not even on it like that. We just basically on it like
this is regular stuff.
Love everybody, change yourself, do better than you did yesterday. Like that's just crazy.
Yeah, they don't want this talk. They don't want this talk.
That's crazy.
But like we ain't even on them deep. Like I'm not sitting here bringing in a whole lecture. Like I got like graphs and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just regular talking. Oh, I mean, it's basically freestyling off the dome.
Right.
You know
Exactly,
yeah,
Demonte.
This is light work.
Yeah.
This is light work. Exactly.
Like we know the YouTube rules. We're not even speaking about Trump. Come on now. You start talking about Trump, that's a whole other ball game.
Listen, you talk about that, though, they might be turning off your page in a minute, nigga.
Serious.
Serious. For real. YouTube want us to be mindless zombies. Hey, well, you know that. You know
they
that.
Promote all that filth.
YouTube police in the house. You know that.
That's crazy, though.
Shoot. If you talking about, like, what everybody else is talking about, you know, I mean, like, I seen people to this day, people still talking about Nipsey Hussle. It been like 2.5 weeks. They still talking about that though, on their lives.
Yeah.
It's like talking about something. It's more than just about Nipsey Hussle in this world, but they
want people to be like brainwashed by certain events and stuff like that happens. That's why like even 9/11, like stuff is sad. Like school shootings and stuff like that. That stuff is sad. The day that it happens, you watch it once and you turn your TV off. You don't sit there and allow the event to program your mind. And then, every year, there's got to be an anniversary. And they got to program your mind all over again.
I ain't with that sad stuff.
People might take it like as we're cruel. And it's not that we're cruel. We're sensitive to the situations and we feel bad. But I don't want to be drilled with the same thing over and over.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
It's nonsense. But y'all know right now they gearing up for a whole race war in this country and all that. They gearing up for that. That's coming. The whole economy situation. Who knows? That could be any day now. They could crash that jump. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, Demonte. And then 1 year later, they're right back at it again, like it just happened that day.
Exactly.
Crazy. Exactly. Neil said a nice little distraction while
Yo,
new laws are
Tim's
being
and
made
Henry.
behind our backs.
Yo,
Exactly.
Tim's and Henry
They
crazy.
do that all the time,
They're
Neil.
not. Man, listen, don't even say that, brother.
Yeah, we're seeing your comments now,
Oh man.
Tim's, but we didn't see what you responded to earlier. But if they take your YouTube, we about to start talking over on Patreon, like kind of like typing and chatting and stuff like that.
You was talking about shake that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Of
exactly.
course, you know that. Hell no, I'm never gonna talk about that. I mean, listen, one thing y'all gotta worry about us is I'm never switching up.
Yeah.
I'm never switching up.
Did you hear what Pineal said? He said it's a nice little distraction while new laws are being made behind our backs. That's what they do.
Of course.
That's what they do.
Of course. Yo, like when Obama won the election, basically he had 2 terms. These dudes, everybody praised dudes because why? Because he was black. But this the same guy. When you watch that joint by Alex Jones, the Obama deception. He said his speech before he was the president. Obama, before he was the president, he said he was going against the executive order that Bush signed when he was in office. This nigga Obama re-signed the joint that he knocked him for. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Crooked nigga. Please,
Right.
man. Crooked nigga. Everybody was so paralyzed when this nigga Obama won the office, crying and man, I don't give a freak about none of that, man.
Right.
Freak out of here. He's a puppet like all the rest of them damn presidents is.
Yeah.
Yep. They all our families, yeah, man. What's this right now?
But what's really sad is that people really do be distracted. And then they wake up and one day there's a new law in their face and they say, where the hell did this come from? It's crazy.
Oh, Marshall, get the hell out of here. Man, you said you would take Obama over Trump. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Listen. Don't get
bad.
No, don't get fooled by the skin color, brother. Don't get fooled by that nonsense, man. Don't even do it. And with these people, they play the color card on the masses of the people all the time. You can't fool if you still base everything on color. Me and my wife was talking about this earlier.
Marshall is being silly.
I understand that, but I'm just saying in general.
Right, anybody.
If anybody bases stuff on skin color, man, yo, these people got you where they want you at.
Yeah.
Like I passed that already, man.
Yeah,
it's bigger than that.
We had a situation with my mother-in-law when that Obama, you couldn't tell her nothing. The only thing she knew is that her president was black. Yeah. And that was just
she got mad.
It was really crazy.
Basically, my mother, she got mad at me because I was telling her about Obama and all that, because she was, basically a puppet, and she basically wasn't feeling what I was saying and basically hung up the phone on me, straight up, bang. She just banged it on me, wow. But then she realized that I was telling the truth.
Yeah, thankfully, after a while, she did realize that.
Man. They play this race card on it. All these people, the United Nations is full with all different nations, and they all different colors up in that joint. African nations is up in there, Asian nations is up in there, Arab nations is up in there. You know what I mean? And they all working for the same agenda, a new world order.
Hey, Tyler, thank you for joining the family. We appreciate you coming through.
They want to lock this down. So, let me ask y'all a question in the chat. When this thing goes down, and it's going to go down one day, we just don't know when, but you can just pay attention to the times. Is anybody in the chat going to take that mark? Y'all going to take that mark of the beast? Or you gonna stand up like a soldier and say, hell no? That's the thing. Exactly. He ain't do it, Dre. That's right. He ain't do nothing for black people for the 8 years he was in there. Exactly.
He made stuff worse if you had,
Exactly.
you
Of
know.
course, man. He messed up the medical. He messed up the medical care situation. He messed it up, man. To this day, niggas don't even have freaking Medicaid and none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? He messed it up. He said, yeah, sorry. He said, nah, I'd rather die. He said, nah, Devontae said, nah, they don't have to kill me. I can't wait for a war. Stand up and come get me, bring. Yeah. Yeah, but Obama messed up. He messed up your people to this day got to pay in just to have medical insurance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was when he passed that law, he was working for the insurance companies when he did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. He was only put in place to soften black. Exactly.
So much stuff slid
Exactly.
right through.
And that's what
scary.
That's
sad.
what that's what a lot of the people from the inner cities need to see. Why they don't see that they play this race stuff on us to get us to get all emotional and all that. Yeah, I don't understand why they can't see that. He said, Tin here. I got a DVD coming about that. Obama, no birth certificate. It's real old, but I'm about to put it up though. Yeah, it's real old.
Yeah, the afterlife is more promising. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. He tricked us with.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, Pineal. They said they better leave me alone. They chipped ID cards, phones, and passports. That's more than annoying enough. Yo, the other day we went to the bank, and it's really, really crazy because we were getting ready to go shopping. And when we went outside, like, we don't go outside that much, so our car had, like, this crazy pollen all over it. So Dad was like, I'm about to go wash the car. I'm not driving the car around like this, so I'm about to stop, and I'm about to get some money real quick before we even get started. I'm going to wash the car first. So it's a good thing that we did that, because our bank always, every couple months, stops all of the funds that are in our account. It's really crazy. So he comes out the bank and he's like, it's locked and all this other stuff. And I'm like, it can't be. So he said, you don't believe me? Here's the card. So I go in and it's locked. So I come out and he's like, yeah, it's locked, right? And I'm like, yeah. So then we get home and we was just so frustrated that we came home. We was only right up the street. So I called the lady and she's like, yeah, we are protecting you guys from fraudulent behavior. Fraudulent activity that was flagged on your card. So I have to go over these transactions with you. And all the transactions were us. Like always. It's always like that. So I'm saying to her, you're protecting me by locking my money and inconveniencing me and having control over my funds. You want me to believe that you're protecting me, right? So I'm not happy at all. And finally she says to me, well, ma'am, we could put an extra layer of protection on your card so that way we can receive a ping and your card will notify us of your location. So that way next time we'll know that it's you guys. We'll know that you're standing at the ATM, and we'll know that it's safe to release your funds to you.
So
that was it for me.
So meaning that they already got the system in place.
So you want to track my location through my ATM card that's in my wallet. You want to follow me around through my ATM card. That's your justification and a resolution for controlling my funds to protect me from myself. You're protecting me from my own transactions. And never once have they stopped our card and it was like, oh yeah, that could have been a situation. Thank you so much for your protection. It's always been like, yeah, that was me, that was me, that was me, that was me, and that was me, and that was me. It's crazy. But then for her to really have the nerve to be like, yeah, we can give an added layer of protection. What are you talking about?
And then on top of that, man, if you got cell phones.
I ain't got no cell phone, just news. I'm very proud to say that.
No, yes, we do.
I ain't got no cell phone. That cell phone ain't never been in my damn pocket. I ain't got no cell phone.
Like, if you got cell phones or laptops or like cable boxes, y'all need to start unplugging y'all stuff, covering your cameras up in your house, especially when you got like around your children and all that.
And sometimes leaving your phone at home. Sometimes I be trying to call Dad when he be out, and he be like, "My phone's at home. It's not even with me." And it's annoying, but it is what it is. That's how it used to be back in the day.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, please, cause they be like all these new phones too. They be listening to people's conversations and all that, man.
They're following you around.
What was the joint on TV? The Alexia.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were saying that
Is that her name? Alexa,
or whatever. Yeah, like,
something.
Yeah, like she was listening to people's conversations.
Yeah, and saying that Amazon uses it to improve her or something like that. Crazy.
These niggas out here, man. I'm telling you, cover your cameras up though, on your phones, your laptops, like them Apple computers you got, cover them Johns, because you could be in there, you know what I mean, like freaking undressing in your crib and all that, you know what I mean, you and your lady, and they checking you out up, and I'm dead serious, like this stuff be going on, for real. Cover your Johns, you know, like especially if you ain't using it, and don't be really talking too much shop around your phone and all that, man. Not, seriously, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Pretty soon Alexa's gonna be calling the cops to people's houses. They gonna be like, yeah, we received a call from this location. Alexa's calling in.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Yo, Friday, man, like I don't got no topic at all to talk about, so
we're gonna come up with something though.
So, y'all got any topics y'all want to get into?
No, you're good, Tim's. You're here. He said, are they blocking my comments? Yeah. It's not even, honestly, DeMonte said they're making, they advertise all the smart stuff like it's making our lives easier. Honestly, it's making people dumb. And to me, it's an inconvenience because I ain't got no time to learn all that stuff.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the masses of the people. I had to keep it 100. The masses of the people are sheep. They are led astray all the time. They go with what these people want them to be like. Listen, right, here's a new way. So, you know, this phone is gonna make life easier. I don't want life easy all the goddamn time, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they sheep.
Yeah. Marshall said, do you know they can hear y'all too? Yeah, we definitely know that. But honestly, there's so much more. Like, if we were talking person to person, there's so much more stuff that we would say. Like, we're not trying to be like a martyr for the world during this time.
Yo, listen.
So we're not going to say stuff that we shouldn't say. Like, yeah, we're edgy, you know, but at the same time, like, they got bigger fish to fry.
I ain't gonna tell you what I got, Tim's and Henny. I got a phone though, brother. I ain't gonna tell you what I got. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, listen. But listen. Yo, I could say stuff.
Yeah, even on your laptop. Like right now, like Dad's laptop, the camera's covered. Yeah. You gotta keep it covered.
Yo, but I could say stuff on the internet that could probably get me killed.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna risk my family in doing that. I could put out like I could put out an album and say some stuff and like take a whole year and do a whole album and make something so crazy to where I be freaking public enemy #1, but I gotta think about my peoples. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like I say, when I'm dead and gone, who's gonna take care of them?
A lot of people don't, though. A lot of people, like, they'll just get on and they'll go crazy, and it's like, for you to be putting your life at risk for people that
share back in
really ain't even.
She said this was fun
on it like that. Oh wow, I missed it. All better late than never. Party's here now. Hey, Cher. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that with your son. Wow, I hope he's okay.
Wow.
Jeez. Yeah, so Marshall, it's not even like it's not even about supposed to be. Just some people get on here straight talking reckless, and then they want to know why their page is shut down and everything else.
Yeah, I remember,
it's just really crazy.
Yeah, I remember what happened to that dude. What's his name? Black Child. Y'all remember that dude Black Child on YouTube? Y'all remember him? I used to watch him all the time. People was telling him for mad months, go on Patreon, dog, and he did not listen. YouTube demolishes his page.
Yeah.
They demolished it.
And he said, he commented on a video, and he said that's the one thing that people told him for a whole entire year.
Right.
And he never did it. He never went on Patreon. All his information gone. Yeah.
She said, my other son punched him?
No,
what?
No, pushed him in the corner. Oh, the wall that sticks out. Oh, that's too bad, Cher.
Yeah.
Sorry for you.
Yeah, the mom said,
I hope he feels better.
So like, you know what I mean? So I should do it then. What time did he talk about? What he said? He said.
Yeah, Peniel said, yeah, I'm not saying anything that I really want to say, but yeah, Edgy can't serve ourselves on a silver platter, right? Yeah, but enough to get the message out there.
He said he'll pump that album. Yeah, I mean, man, like, I talk about everything, though. You know what I'm saying? I talk about, like, if I did the album, I'll talk about everything. He said my Facebook got took, and they stole all my daughter's pictures.
Oh, wow. For the stuff that he says. Wow. Wow, Tim. That's too bad. Dang. I got a video you guys can put on your Patreon. It's a 2-hour ceremony. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I wonder how can you send that to us, Peniel?
He would have to probably send an email or something like that. He would have to send an email. Probably.
Yeah.
So,
see if you can email it to Aaliyah. If 2 hours, I don't know if.
So what y'all wanna talk about on Friday? I have no topic. So what y'all wanna get into on Friday? I have none. Like I'm like kind of like.
Dre wants said to get daylight.
What you mean daylight?
Daylight, a daylight feature. You know how he be dropping it? Yeah, he's silly, but he be dropping it though.
He'll get me killed, nigga. He said, "Can I email you guys a link?"
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Send it to Aaliyah's email.
He said conspiracies. Yeah, so what y'all want to get into on Friday, man? Like, what topics? I agree. Conspiracy theories? It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them, Johns. It's a lot of them. Conspiracy theories. The Twin Towers got blew up.
Not hit by a plane.
Yo,
you had anything on that?
Yeah, I got the video, the Rings of Power.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just passed by that.
That's when old. That's when it came out. Like back then, it came out.
Right.
I think that's will be. What you ban? What the conspiracy theory? Nah. The way you touch on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't go too heavy. You go light. You know what I'm saying? Because I can pull out books and read chapters and chapters and chapters. And make a whole chart out, make a whole lesson if I really wanted to, and really dig in their chest. But nah, I ain't gonna do that. You know? Touch on it light.
Yeah, Marshall. Like sometimes people they try to say that people are preaching like hate and stuff like that. It's like a whole loophole with YouTube.
Look up the word conspiracy right now so they can get the definition of that.
No, yeah, but they rocking like how we rock. That's what they looking for.
Everyone yelling, yeah, bomb and all. Yeah, I mean, but you know, they trying to pass some laws through Congress about the internet right now with this whole fake news situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they trying to censor people on the internet by making up these laws right now. They trying to do that. So I mean, that's coming. Trust me when I tell you that. So it's like it's sad that you have a constitution, but they are again tearing the constitution down. When you have freedom of speech, you have freedom of speech. You have the right to bear arms. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of rights to the Constitution, but like I said, we're not under a common law no more. We're under commercial. So you don't have no. The rights is like the damn Constitution might well just be burnt the hell up.
Yeah, exactly. Tim's and Henny got it right there. Okay, so like you know how people say, "Oh, you guys are one of them conspiracy theorists."
Uh-huh.
I agree. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'm proud. Does anybody else feel like that? According to the definition, a conspiracy theory is a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. Right here on Wikipedia, it says a conspiracy theory is an explanation of an event or a situation that invokes a conspiracy or a secret plot by a censor and powerful actors, often political in motivation. But people use it like it's a bad thing. Like I'm representing conspiracy theories all day long, and I'm proud.
No, it's crazy. No.
But people say it; they're so ignorant. Like,
they don't even know.
You're a conspiracy theorist, and I'm like, you're walking around sleeping. Sorry, I'm bugging.
No, so my thing is, man. People act like how I look at if somebody approached me and say that I'm a conspiracy theorist, right?
Right.
If they say that to me, I would say this, real simple to just bang them up. Now check this out, right? Somebody say, well, you're a conspiracy theorist. You have no facts. You have no proof. Like, you're always telling the government, listen, it's like this, right? In every avenue of life, you have corruption. Mm-hmm. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So, in religion, you have corruption. Mm-hmm. In government, you have corruption. Mm-hmm. In the police department, you have corruption. The FBI, the CIA, it's corruption. Mm-hmm. People do the most ungodliest things, the most wicked things in every avenue of life. So you're going to sit here and tell me that this government can't be corruptible,
right?
When it has been proven through history that they have been corruptible,
right?
So when people say they sound stupid when they say that. It makes no sense. Every avenue of life is corruption.
Right.
You cannot find nowhere in this world where it ain't some wickedness going on.
Right, but
they're
trying to make it like we're the crazy ones. But to be honest with you, I could never just walk around and believe every single
she said,
twinkle that they tell me.
She said,
so you're
let's
crazy.
Talk about it on Friday. Yeah. All right, we could talk about conspiracy theories on Friday. Mm-hmm. Talk about a little. Pull out the things that they have done in history. I got like books on conspiracy theories. Please, right. I got a bunch of them damn things. It's retarded.
Marquise, thank you so much for joining the family. We appreciate you coming through. I've never seen you in here, but you're more than welcome to stay.
Man, common sense and know your history. Exactly. Anybody ever read?
It's been some of the people in power forever, and there's family straight dynasties. Exactly.
Exactly, man. Like anybody remember the Tuskegee experiment, putting syphilis on the soldiers and all that? Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Letting drugs come into the shores of America, pumping the CIA through the freaking instruction of Poppy Bush. Yeah. That's a conspiracy. We don't have no opium fields in America. All cocaine factories. I don't know Pablo Escobar. Do you know Pablo Escobar? Right. Do you know him? Do you know them cartels? The hell out of here.
Right. Marshall said it would be cool if you can connect some of the conspiracy theories to hip hop, like the deaths and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like
On Friday, you could say that. You could
Bob
do.
Marley. Bob Marley got injected into his foot by the CIA guy that on his deathbed he admitted that he injected Bob Marley with this virus that gave him cancer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She said, "Hey,
the topic is for Friday." Yeah, exactly. He's getting ready to get started, but I'm gonna actually take us out with Tyler's comment.
Oh man.
I love that comment, Tyler. And just from my point of view, this is how I feel. Okay, so Tyler, this is what Tyler said. He said, "There's nothing wrong with being aware of conspiracies. There's power in knowledge, but being aware of yourself and the flaws you have to change about yourself is where change really starts."
True.
That's 110% true, Tyler. Definitely, because
Very true.
a lot of people that you see, there's so many different aspects to knowledge. It's all different levels. Some people, are stuck at a low level. What's a low level of knowledge?
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
Kindergarten level.
But then you have other people that will get wrapped up involved into, different conspiracies, things like that, and get a little bit of knowledge. Like, they'll start to understand that the government is corrupt and all that. But then on the flip side, to advance that even more, you have to get into yourself, because you can know everything that there is to know about all these different things that are taking place and happening to us. But the end result, a lot of times, what are you going to do about it? The government's trying to kill us. What are you going to do about it?
You can't do nothing about it.
You have to know about yourself and change yourself and go a different direction with yourself according to the Most High.
Yeah, but what he's saying is true. But it's not, you can know yourself and worry about yourself, but at the end of the day, it's frustrating knowing that these people are planning on our demise on a daily basis, spending billions of dollars on our demise on a daily basis, and there's nothing that we can do about it. You know why? You know why? But you know why we can't do nothing about it? Because what he just said. Nobody is looking in the mirror. Not everybody is looking in the mirror trying to change themselves. So that's why the powers that be can do what they can do, because everybody else is worrying about everybody else, and they're worrying about yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
But it's just like when you came into the knowledge of the Creator and so much more, you went through a phase. Right. You went through the conspiracy stuff, the stuff that all the stuff that was against us.
Right.
And then you advanced and you came upon to the Creator, and then that's when you learned furthermore. Right. So that's the thing that some people lack, and they have to get to that point, is go beyond that. It's like me. I'll take it back to what I mean by this is when I first started finding out about martial law and all the stuff that's going to come upon this earth. Right. It was extremely scary to me. Right. Because I had no solution for it. But then when I intertwined and grew belief into the Creator,
right, I understand,
and got more of an understanding from the spiritual aspect, right, I felt comforted and at peace.
I understand that, but I'm just saying is, but it's no. We talking about is no solution to stop these people from doing what they're doing.
There's not.
Nobody. Everybody is. Majority of people that get on the internet having these lectures or having these discussions on what we have to do, but for some reason it's not getting done.
But they can sit and they can talk about the same topic for the month. There's no solution to it.
All right, well, this is another. Well, we're gonna talk about this.
Like, you have to bring the Most High into it. You have to bring into self-change. You have to evolve into the next thing. Otherwise, you're just gonna talk about it. You can't do nothing about it. The only thing you could do is prepare yourself for these times. Have the knowledge 110%. You got to know the stuff that's coming.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you have to advance yourself and bring yourself into the next
Right.
thing.
We talk about that on Friday about conspiracy theories and all that. I ain't gonna jump into it right now. It says sometimes you have to be simple. All meals at the table.
You have to sample all the meals at the table.
Sample.
Just news. That's really deep that you say that because
Nah, but hold on.
because you went through that, going through and did a lot of research on a lot of different things before you got settled into what your beliefs are now.
In chatting groups, making posts. I mean, Demonte. I mean, yeah, but you know, it is. I mean, for this world to really be a change, it has to be on a massive scale. It has
Right,
to be,
but that's all people know how to do. Just jump on social
but
media and
it has to be
keyboard warriors.
You have to like we have to hit the concrete. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning that we have to hit our communities, and you have to be willing to sacrifice your time, your energy, your money, and your family sometimes. You know what I'm saying? For the better good for the your people. But you know, a lot of times you can risk your life for other people that really don't care about changing. You know what I'm saying? So that happens a lot too. You know, and then all you're gonna be is another martyr that died for people that really didn't care nothing about you. Oh, I'm so sad. He cared about us, but then what? You know what I'm saying? Like we just had Nipsey Hussle just died, just got killed, and then this dude haven't even been in the ground a month yet, and you got T.I., Kodak Black, The Game, and Gilly online arguing back and forth with Kodak Black. Didn't y'all learn anything from Nipsey Hussle? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like stuff like that. It's like,
meanwhile, you could be
like
spending that time to work on yourself.
Call a young boy on the phone off the internet and holler at him off the phone. Be like, yo, listen, you being disrespectful, young blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta chill on that. On the one-on-one. Don't take it to the internet, because when you take it to the internet, all you're doing is basically, to me, you're trying to get attention. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna call you directly on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all dudes got money, y'all got connection with different people. I'm just gonna holler at you. No, but they got on the internet and did that. So come on, man. It's retarded. These dudes don't learn nothing from nothing. You know what I mean? So, you know. He said, this dude.
They can even hack your headphones now. That's crazy.
They can do anything, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
But basically, the whole entire point of my thing is, at the end of the day, the only two ways out is a revolution with everybody in the world participating, or being closer to the creator.
Right. Cher said, we about to be out.
Have to say thank you guys again, Pops, Mama, and Cecilia. I really do look forward to those family talks, and now I know all of us really appreciate the time you're taking for us and with us. We're thankful for you, Cher. We appreciate you. I know you're probably going to be getting ready to go to work. I hope that your kids are okay and your family is good. We truly appreciate this time. We've all grown to know each other here, to be able to have little conversations with each other, and just using this space for what we don't see much of, sadly.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah. We are glad to have this space. We're thankful.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, for supporting. What's up, A? From overseas. Hey there, beautiful people. Shout out to you, brother.
Appreciate you coming through, A.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
We about done up in this piece. So y'all know about the laws. Y'all know about the statutes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that you cannot work within the injustice system to find justice. It's impossible. You are playing yourself. Remember that. You cannot look for justice in the injustice system. It's not gonna happen. Bottom line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I hope you're feeling good today, A. Sorry, we're just getting ready to end it. I hope everything's okay with you.
So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Please support my daughter on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Go pick up the merch. Support me on Patreon. I got them herb videos coming soon. You know what I'm saying? About the herbs. You know what I mean?
Oh, the DVD. Sorry, I thought that was a DVD. I wasn't thinking. We just posted a new DVD actually talking about this topic. Or new.
No, it's
okay.
upstairs. It's
okay.
upstairs. I'll take it upstairs.
Oh.
It's about this. It's about the new DVD I got on Patreon. It's about the educational system versus the prison system. They both work together. You know what I'm saying? Hand in hand. You know what I mean? So check that out. You know. Just putting some good content up there, but I'm gonna be putting like individual videos of myself up there. Let me talk about herbs and talking about, you know, like what herbs help you, help your body and all that. Yeah. As a matter of fact, before I go out, let me just tell y'all this. Listen, one thing before I get out of here. Everybody has pesticides and worms and mucus and pus in their bodies, right? So these pesticides and worms and pus causes like cancer, causes mood swings, lack of appetite, lost weight, headaches. And to get these pesticides and stuff out of your system, you need to use herbs like black walnut, wormwood,
cloves, and thyme. And
so those are, but I'm gonna get into that, you know what I'm saying? We gotta do that one live. So we can actually, you know what I mean, like get into that joint. But
yeah, I think that
we gotta get into that.
Being that you guys are interested, we were just gonna throw the video up, and whoever receives it, and you know can apply it. It's a good thing. But I think being that you guys are interested, I think we should film the video, release the video, let you guys watch the video, and then definitely talk about it right away. Because it's really, really easy to do. When he first got into making the herbs himself, he actually was spending like a lot of money to buy them, already made up and all that other stuff. But he found a cheaper way and made it himself. And he actually likes making the pills, the capsules himself, because like if he feels like his body needs something a little bit extra, he can add just like a little bit extra and make it a little bit more potent in a certain area and stuff like that. And it's not hard. So I think that we'll make the video and then we'll go live and we'll talk about it. A couple of things for the pesticides, the colon cleanse.
You know, all that for the brothers. You know, we got something for the brothers too. You know, but we talk about that another time.
We're gonna make a video, Marshall. We'll put up a video and we'll go over everything.
Nah. I mean,
certain vitamins. It depends
like,
on what your body needs.
Yeah. Like fish oil, it's cool. Like
it really depends on if you eat meat, like you know the kind of stuff that you eat too, your diet and stuff like that.
But we'll get into that though. Shout out to everybody shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Thank you for the love. What do you say? HB.
Not what you think. I don't know what that is. HBCU. HBCU. What is that?
What is that, Marcus? What's that?
HBCU.
Like, what are you talking about? Much love. Thank you, Dre. Manifest, man. Thank you for still supporting us, brother.
Historically black colleges, that's what I got coming up. I don't know if that's what he's talking about though.
So I'll be here Friday. All right, no doubt, Marshall. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support, brother. So if I'm not there, get the hell out of here, nigga. You ain't going nowhere, nigga. You gonna be right here.
All right, we love everybody. Have a great week. We all got to work on ourselves. We got work to do, and we'll see you on Friday. We appreciate everybody.
That's right, man. Bring some.
Thank you.
Yo, man, bring some information in when y'all come on Friday, man, on that conspiracy, John. You know what I'm saying? Peace.